Hello and welcome back. Right, we have, yes, this could possibly be the last episode, or it might be the penultimate. It may be the last episode but one. Yes, this is, yeah, it is actually. I am quite sad to be going from this, but it is true, I do try to honour my commitments, which means, yeah, there are lots of maps I do try to give. My idea to truthfully, let's just grab some of that while I'm passing. Yeah. Although, yeah, let's refill it while we're passing. Yeah, I always do try to showcase maps with, obviously, I had a comment from Chad earlier, literally about, oh, of course, yeah, they've ripped off my path, haven't they, because it's not mine anymore. Oh, well, it's to be expected. I didn't know they could do that. Oh well, it is theirs. Oh, of course, I've got to shift that. Yeah, it is true. I must admit, I have always, and even FS19 as well, always done start from scratch starts, because I've always thought it shows the most growth. Now, I know some people do sensational start from scratches, and usually they're still not start from scratch in the truest sense. Now, even I have done. Start from scratch is normally on hard economy. Now, I have done quite a few on hard economy, even at the beginning of FS22, once I'd plucked up the courage to actually do it, because it isn't easy. It really isn't. Now, have I sent all those traders back? These ones? Yes, I have. Right, smashing. Right, yeah. But I always... It is true. I have tried Farm Manager. I tried it on Elm Creek right early on, and... I think because I've trained myself in start from scratch, where I think maximum growth, but I have got to be honest, there are sometimes that even I recognise that I'm scratching in the dirt a lot to begin with. I really do recognise that it is difficult to do what I do, and I don't mean that I'm not bragging, I'm trying to say I like the challenge, and I have also said this, it is also not necessarily a good thing, because I get a bit bored when everything gets a bit big and normal, although I have got to be honest, on Western Wilds I actually am managing to I'm thoroughly enjoying that. I've never ever done that like that before. So I'm gone. Is this third growth stage, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's got that. Or is it still not quite golden? Sure. Right, anyway, we're cutting it. This is, yeah, because we need to get this cracking. Yeah, I will carry on. I've not forgotten my place. So this is 125. Wow, I'm surprised I remembered that. Clear load. Activate, and let's get you going. First, and go. Oh, okay. No. My bad. Stopped it straight away. Instant stop. Yeah, it's a mindset. It is, and it's not always a good one. I have done quite a few new farmers, and I've always thoroughly enjoyed it. The only thing I don't like is, yeah, I think you probably will have never seen me do a new farmer start where I start with. Actually, yes, you will. No Man's Land is the only start from scratch where I actually started. Because Alien Jim in the very first week of No Man's Land on FS22 left the equipment. I was one of the very first people on that map, and I got the equipment. A week or so later, if you started the start, it didn't have the equipment, so I actually got all of that equipment, and it had the 3-meter plans and all the rest of it. I think that's the only map that I've ever done that, because it is absolutely solid. Right, now then. Trying to think what we need to do. There's not much more we can actually do. It really is just that one field. Yeah, so that does give me an ideal opportunity to literally we never did get the square baler, did we? We never did get that used. It's a shame, that is. Well, I know what I was going to do. Yes, I do. Again, this is, I mean, we're sort of at the catching up stage where this map is nearly over, and I am going to crack back on, yeah, starting on what I was going to say, because I know how easily sidetracked I get. Yeah, it's a mindset. I've always done start from scratch, and that, as I say, isn't necessarily It is good. I like the challenge. I don't like the sensationalism. The start with a chainsaw and a thing, and where some people like trying to smoke and mirrors, as I call it, where you're trying to keep they want you to focus on your left hand and ignore the right. Well, obviously, most people know that actually you need a parcel of land. Right, we need to get that off somebody else's land now that it is somebody else's land. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that really. But it doesn't matter. We've done the harvest off these fields, so yeah. Right. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked. Let's focus as well. I'm not very good at this. Like, I can sort of work, but not very good at it. But yeah, at the same time as doing it. So yeah, it is a mentality, and it is also a bad one in so much as often I get a bit bored when the challenge side of things goes. What I mean is when things are tough, I'm at my best, and that's not always a good quality. I do realise that. Yeah, right, we're going to sell this. We've got another one. Actually, I think we did buy this for new, so this is one of the few pieces of equipment we actually paid new for. I know we're going to lose some value, but yeah, it does seem silly to have two pieces. I do realise as well, the one thing I do feel, again, on a comment to Chad, I just replied about this. Yeah, I've got to get better at putting sheds down. I know on this map it was, no, what am I doing? I want to be selling. Yeah, on this map I was defeated by all the entrances and exits on that field, on the square, because there was just paths going everywhere. So, but yeah, I have got to get better at that. I realise I do actually love designing, and again, I've actually looked at in editing on my Western Wilds earlier, and I thought, you haven't put a single shed down. Yes, you've put all utility buildings. I would always do that. I mean, I've got the windmill down as, I've always got the biogas plant. Often now the Omatana's got that ability to make bales into loose, so that, without a shadow of a doubt, that is becoming I must have that. I mean, the H2 Studios multi-fruit buy-in has become my go-to ever since the beginning. Mr. Sealypig was talking about one of the mantrid ones that's become his go-to. I am going to have to investigate a little bit. My old favourite on FS19 used to be the container, because it was believable. You opened the doors and it got like fertiliser and stuff on shelves, which is exactly what you're trying to simulate, the fact that you're buying stuff in, and obviously you do pay for it, so it's sort of like pay-as-you-go type fertiliser, which I think is quite realistic. Whereas obviously this is a tad more. Yes, it's you're paying somebody. It's a contract point, really, isn't it? But obviously the look of it suggests it's got thousands of products in there. So believabilism is obviously the same as that as well. When that fills up, it fills up from the ground. Yeah, again, it's the magic of the game. It really is. But there's certain things, and yeah, it is also true. I will get there, honest. Auto bale trailers. It annoys purists, and it annoys me because of the magic floating bales, but really it is supposed to be simulating the fact that you would have farm hands and you are grabbing bales off the fields, and probably nowadays with equipment, and sticking them on. Now obviously we know in the game it actually just means I can race across a field and grab lots of bales with minimum effort, which is what I don't like, which is why I go for semi-realistic most of the time with something like the RQ Sand, because I think it's semi-realistic. Now then, let's go. That's he's nearly done. Yeah, I haven't forgot my point. I am literally going to get there, honest. Yeah, so I have done start from scratch. I have done New Farmer, but I say it's only the No Man's Land is the only one on FS22 that I've ever done. I did do that on Hard Economy as well, actually. That was toughie. But yeah, when I did 3 meters, and boy was that solid. It really was. Right. And again, I'm not afraid of a challenge. I think anybody who's seen my baling challenge on Zero Oito's map would say I'm all for a challenge. I have never seen anybody else do one that arduous. That was a killer. It really was. And I've seen Frithgar do some absolutely, I'm take my hat off to Frithgar, but I've got to be honest, I think I'm up there with him on for this last one. That one was tough on Westbridge Hills. Yeah, it really was. Admittedly, it wasn't done in one session though, because I think I would have gone mad. But it does, when you've got a challenge on your mind like that though, you do tend to want to meet it more than you would, and I think I might have a slightly obsessive compulsive personality, and that's where it comes out with me, is I like to get it finished. So I sort of concentrate. I did on Lepacho, the storyline, I still honoured my commitments. I still did at least one episode on Greenlands and Hobo's Hollow on my long-term Let's Plays, but on Lepacho I was on probably an episode at least every other day. So right, nearest. So yes, right, I'm going to chat while this is doing that. Right, so yeah, I've recognised in myself a fault in so much as I'm always wanting to race off to the next thing. Now I think I've gone a long way with long-term Let's Plays of facing this, and I actually thoroughly enjoy Greenlands, thoroughly enjoy Hobo's Hollow, and we have not gone to the zenith. Hobo's Hollow, I feel I'm reaching what Mr. CDP often calls a plateau. Yeah, where you are. I know I quote him a lot. It is true, but he does talk sense a lot of the time, and wisdom in anybody is something that anybody should honour, which I do. So yes, you do reach those times, and on Western Wilds, I've reached that stage where my animals are producing slurry in 60 tonnes a day, and I stick that straight in the biogas plant. Now that is good milk, 60 tonnes a day, which I stick straight in the dairy, which is producing income. The energy business, the biogas produces income, the slurry yard produces income. So I've got, this year in there, I topped $1 million a few times, and then we bought 200 grand's worth of equipment, and then I literally, sold some more product, got it back up to $1 million or 900 grand. Now, this time I've got it right down to about 500 grand, because I've absolutely bought a ream of equipment. So I don't feel I've reached the peak on that. So I don't know whether it's productions that's added another element, which it may well have done. But yeah, I do seem able to face that. So I'm up for the challenge. I accept Chad's, not challenge, because he didn't mean it in a challenging way, I know that. But yes, I've said to Chad, he can choose the map and I'll do farm manager on it, and I mean that. Whether it's one that's, I don't mind. I would like to. I'd like to see if I can overcome that, like I had on Elm Creek, where I sort of faced that and I literally just, all heart melted out of me. Once I'd got all the stuff, I thought, I just got all the stuff. I've got my choice of cedar. I went for my big favourites straight away. I went for a big, not cultivator. I very rarely do those. I usually go ploughs. I got 2 or 3 ploughs. I got all the equipment I need, a choice of fertiliser spreader, everything I needed, baler, you name it. I had the choice of what I wanted, my favourite tractor, and it was like I'd got all the toys on day one, and it's just like, but what do I do now then? Because I've got it all. And again, that's a mindset, because it's the start from scratch in me that sort of says, but you've got everything. You haven't. There's still lots of mountains to climb, there really are. But I do enjoy the challenge of getting there on your own steam, and also with the help of your partners. I've always made a massive thing on all of the Let's Plays to say, Omatana and H2 Studios, Black Sheep Modding, I always name those names as people that are my buddies in this game, if you like, my contractors, because Missy B, I've always made a fuss, always in FS19 as well, almost like she's a partner in the farm, and also H2 Studios, all of them, as if they are friends, long lost friends, which in a way they supply absolutely amazing kit, so I give them the credit they deserve. All mods as well. There are a lot of hidden mods, like Ian on I forget your numbers, Ian, that does the Sleep Anywhere. That, again, my saviour at the beginning of this, when I was doing start from scratches, and I had to speed the night away, which took about 7 or 8 minutes to 360 speed. So there's a lot of hidden ones. I love the paint one. I always forget your name. Yeah, the paint one is, again, rescued me from a situation that drove me crazy. That was my biggest pet hate in FS22 is how expensive it is to repair your vehicles. Now, what? Yeah, you do get stuck, don't you? Trees. Crashed into the tree. Right, okay. Oh, dragging me through the trailer. Oh, that was painful. Or would have been in real life. I think actually would have been a killer, but hey ho. Yes, so, yeah, I mean, I tried to. I recognise that my way of doing things, I was very tempted earlier to actually do the episode that I was promising. For a long time, I keep hinting that it obviously smoke and mirrors, and now I'm not trying to say all the content creators are dishonest, and I've always been quite firm about that. But I think if you listen to the conversations of even Mr. CDP, that he does say it, and again, it's nothing terrible. And I've said the same. If I'm on camera, I will not tap, except for you'll see me do it I think I did it yesterday on Western Wilds. I caught it. And I caught it twice when I was using the saw bench sell point. I don't know what it is, I keep catching the tab, but it's the only time you'll see me do the tabbing is then. I will usually use the map teleport where I go from one tractor to another, or if I'm close enough I'll run, because I'd like to be realistic. I don't very often, unless I get excited, plough around corners anymore. I used to, but I don't. I'm aiming for realism. I want this to be, yes, I know I keep the interactive zone markers on because Mr. CDP is getting better at it, but I found in some of his earlier episodes where he switches it off and you're running around going, where's that point, and then having to switch it on, going your menus is counterproductive, and we all know it's a game. I mean, Frithgar, I've tried to balance my content creation based upon watching masters like Daggerwin and Mr. CDP and also Frithgar, and each one of them has their own unique. Frithgar is flamboyant, and he'll do what he likes. He really will, and people love it. Whereas Mr. CDP says, I won't do that because he thinks he's going to lose viewers. Well, I don't know, it depends on your viewers, because Frithgar's viewers love him doing whatever he likes. He sometimes breaks his own rules and that type of stuff. He does, and he admits it. So yeah, you can get away with what you want, because people often admire you as a personality, and they will put up. Of course, you will have some viewers that you will lose some viewers because they don't like it if you use an auto load trader. No, I'm trying to steer clear of that because I wish to be as realistic as possible. But again, as a content creator, you've got to stay true to your vision. You truly have. But I do stick to the fact I would like to have a go at the new farmer start, and I would be guided. Because I would like to break the mould, because I think I've done quite a few new farmer starts. I've just started Rombos Road. Now you will see me tweak it a little. I've got a pet hate against the Bredel. I do absolutely detest them, because I suppose 24 metre spread. Now I have used ones, in fact, we've used the little, I'll show you. It's hot, so my brains are. Let's show you in fact, haven't we got it on this one? Yeah, we have. The fertiliser spreader. The little one. Now, it's rare that I use this one. I usually do this one. I'm absolutely skinned because it's only an 18 metre spread. So you could say, well, why do you use that then, but you won't use the Bredel? Now that's actually quite a good question. I wish I knew. I don't know what it is, because the Bredel is really fantastic. I think I got a mental block a long time ago, because it is. I think that is it. It's the 12 to 18 metre. I don't like that. But you can put the discs that I think make it 24 metre, don't they? So it's not bad. But I don't know. I think I got into. Sometimes you do get those. What do they call it when you get a reaction? I think sometimes it's the pain on No Man's Land that I had from using the 3 metre cedar, that I very rarely do that. You might see me sometimes go for 2 of the 3 metre cheap Isaria ones. I have done that on a couple, but you won't see me using them very often. Yes, I'll get workers to do 2, but you won't see me because it drives me crazy. Yeah, I've gone for a couple of those a few times because they're cheap as chips. Now, however, the mods are coming in. I probably would use the old faithful John Deere 8350 that has come back in on in the Let's Play, or my tried and tested jockey. I love that, it's amazing. And also now planters, we are getting a few no-till planters. I thought we were never going to get any no-till that was reasonable in cost through. So again, I'm beginning to get, I mean, that 71 flex planter, the John Deere, is absolutely amazing. An absolute nightmare on British maps, but yeah, oh, he's done it again. She's done it again. Sorry, it's Betty now. My apologies, Betty. Yeah, if I was staying any longer, I would actually get rid of that tree because it catches you every time. It really does. I don't know what I actually caught there to make that go off. Right. Yeah. Oh. I do not know what on earth is causing that beep beep noise. Yeah. Oh, I do. Fuel. Right, well, we can just cut this field where we this literally are. Wow. I'd forgotten about that mod. I've nearly run out of fuel again. Let's get this in and then let's go and get some. My bad. Yeah, now where did I get to? That disturbed my flow of thoughts, which is easily done. Very easily. Oh. Yeah, so I would like to change, although obviously there are some things I do like my start from scratches. I do find them challenging, but I have got quite a few new farmers, but I do like to tweak it a little, because everybody does those 3 metre implements to begin with, and I do think it was the No Man's Land I remember facing one of the massive No Man's Land squares of land, and a typical me, I did the entire square, so it would took an absolute age. And I think it's sometimes, no matter how hardcore you are, things do affect you, and you do have bad memories caused by you having stress, even if it's unconscious stress. I do sometimes think it's, if you've got bad memories with equipment. Yeah, it is true actually, that is definitely true. I have to try to, if I have one of those bad courseplay crashes, I've had a couple in the last week, and I'm wanting to switch that auto-save mod back on, where every 15 minutes it does not, you don't have to go in the menu, but it literally does that auto-save, because I recognise the fact courseplay has literally lost me hours in the last week because of, on Rombard's Road I lost an entire play session, and on another one I lost another session not long back. Now then, where is the fuel? Remind me. We haven't got a fuel point, have we? Oh wow, that is... Have I never filled my tractors up? Ever? I suppose I've not been on the Let's Play for... Right, okay, well let's remedy that. We'll buy one of my go-tos. I love these. These are amazing. I've had these as fuel pumps on quite a few Let's Plays. Yeah. Calmsden. Cheaper than buying a mod, and also probably more realistic. But yeah, let's grab that. I know. We're just remedying it now. I'm just trying to push it back because it's low. Smashing! Gordon Ben, I can't believe that. That means all my other tractors are probably getting quite low as well. That's why I stuck that mod on, because yeah, there's so many times now. Why am I got my header on? Because I got carried away. Yeah, so I do think, even as a person or as a content creator, you're on a path. You are definitely where you do things and you change, and I do recognise that. Yeah, I'd like to face the challenge of a new farm start. No, farm manager even, because I'd like to see if I can overcome that. Yeah, I really would. Yeah. Did I? Yes, I did. Right, smashing. So then, we now need to rest. We do till tomorrow, because our harvest. Oh, it is actually. It's tomorrow. Now then, I suppose we could get ready. We could. We need to prepare, because we need to. I can't remember if that was a new header. I think it was. In which case, we can sell it and get the, I think, release the supply header in the morning, thinking about it. Now, can I get this off? I know we had a bit of difficulty with... Oh well, it actually came off quite nicely this time. Right, okay. So yes, Ooh. Now... Seriously, why did you take that off? You know you need it on it. Wally. I don't know what... See, I can't concentrate on two things at once. I keep saying this, it's very true. Now then, which way am I? Yeah, no, I am right. In fact, it would be a tad easier if we did it to the tractor, you know. I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be. Right, let's get the case. In fact, no, let's go across the road and get the one that's actually in the car park, the Proxima. Never did upgrade this. Yeah, so I would like to. Yeah, I know I'm going around in circles. I'm a bit tired. It's ever so hot in the UK at the minute. Literally, it's baking me. Yeah, I couldn't even breathe an hour ago. I thought I was getting a bit restless. So yes, I'm hoping to get on. I couldn't face any of the big maps. I've said that quite frequently. I could have faced Bloomingfield because that's it's small at the minute. It's not a small map, but yeah, I could face that. But I thought, yeah, WOSNICE I'm hoping to get this Let's Play finished so that I can concentrate on... I do like to give every map a fair crack at looking at them. Those that I choose. I don't go on every. I don't think anybody could. What are you doing? I wish they'd not do that. I was committed first. Do you know? Wow. Yeah, this is really... Yeah, I should have stuck to the case. Ooh, that's going to be tight. It's going to be even tighter than pulling around in there. Oh, and of course a car appears around the corner. Now, I need to get in there, and you are not making it easy. Although, I'm just trying to remember my own words that, didn't I say that traffic brings an extra challenge and makes things more interesting? Were they my words? Do I need to remind myself that that's what I said? No, oh, it's catching on the car slightly, isn't it, the Nardi? Okay. Now then, if I remember rightly, there's a way. Oh, I'm not sure if you keep the equipment around there. Right, let's just try something. This used to work. Yeah, if you go and visit somewhere on the map, and yeah, and then it should, but I'm not sure if it works if stuff is... It does, thank goodness for that. Yes, drink your own medicine. I'm sure I was the one that said that it does offer a challenge, I've got to be honest. It does, but yeah, there are sometimes when it also... Oh, I did buy it new. Wow, we will sell that definitely. Now the Nardi was second hand, I remember. Yeah, definitely. Right, so then... Yeah, we are going to need the harvester across here actually as well for the morning when we lease it. Right, we are now going to rest, and we shall lease the sunflower header tomorrow. We shall. Yeah, we have done everything. Let me just remind myself, there's nothing... There's a bit of wheat to sell, but that sells in the last section, so yes. So I think I finished the conversation. I am up for it. I am. I would like to challenge myself as a person and as a content creator. 8 o'clock? No, it's getting... Yeah, it's getting dark. Yeah. So let's have a go. Yes, I would. I'd like to see if I have grown since that first time on Elm Creek when I tried Farm Manager and gave up before it even started. Yes. Still be guided by numbers, but I don't give up quickly because numbers don't reflect on a Let's Play for quite a few weeks. The old stream farm, that took a nosedive when I did a massive change, and I have learnt my lesson from that. I don't do it like that again. I've never done it since that time of shaking up things massively and say moving right across the other side of a map. Yeah, because I did that and I lost all the viewers I'd had long-term viewers for months on that, and then I lost them all over that one episode. And yeah, it did teach me a lesson. So I do watch numbers. You have to, because if only 3 people are, not that you don't value the 3 people, but obviously you are trying to, yeah, it does make it sound like you don't value it if only 3 people are watching, but obviously if 700 people did watch it and then it dwindles down to 3, you've got to obviously think that people have gone somewhere else, or they didn't like something you did, or that type of thing. So, oh, what time is it going to rain? What time? And not till 12 o'clock. Right, so in that case we're going to get straight on with the harvest first. Yeah, right, and we need the harvester to go and pick up the header that we are going to grab. We will have some, yeah, we've still got some barley. We need to get that out of the windmill as well. We need to grab the grass out of the, well, it'd be silage now. Silage out of the fermenting silo. I hope that I don't meet a car, because this is a bit big for this, even though it's the starting harvester. Right. That's a point. Where is that going to drop? Is the question. Right, harvester headers. Now this is the point. We want helianthus, but I think this will take the second size helianthus, which is quite large, if I remember rightly, because they are quite light requirements. He says 12 metre. Let's try. If this doesn't work, because again, this is, I've always said this, I would be talking to the shop now and saying, will this work on this harvester? And they would say yes. So if the leasing is wrong, because I have no shop to go to tell me that, then I will give me that and we'll go for the little one. But it should really be able to do that, because the helianthus are slightly... It's one thing I do say, I don't understand why there is no guide on the game. I've always said this, one thing I've always found shocking is the help system on the game is the most awful help system I've seen on any game ever, period. But of course Giants know that there are YouTubers out there who do help of such a calibre that I don't think they can compete. That's the only thing that I've ever thought is perhaps how they get away with it. Now then, that doesn't prove... it's the other way. Yeah, that's facing the wrong way. So let's... to pull that round. Can we, yes, if we do a loop of the, we should be able to just about get that going the right way. Swivel axle, my absolute nemesis. Okay, let's try that. That's not far off, and it is the right way now. Not sure if this Nardi... No, that's only a ghost. I didn't really behead that man, honest. Let's get that a bit more level. I can actually go on that, it's not a bad... This is a fantastic header trailer, that is. Did well to get that one. I was going to say, please. I'm so glad that worked that time. Right, let's hope that this can manage this. Oh, I wasn't on about the tractor. It seemed to be snarled in the trailer. Okay. Do you know? Let's bow to Superior. This, yeah, God, this has been a real. It can do so little. I honestly can say that I am, yeah, quite disappointed. I've used this on Calmsden as well, and I was disappointed on it there. I know it is only 70 something horsepower. Wow, that farmer grew that quick. But Yeah, oh, yeah, I must be in a group. It must be the sun getting to me, because I'm not done with that. Yeah, it is a 75 horse. Yeah, but so's the little Zeta, and that manages some really... Yeah, I've always said that. It's a plucky little thing that can pull 70-ton trailers. Yes, it struggles, which you'd expect, but it does it. Proxima just seems to turn its wheels up, and it's a Zeta. Trying to give us wider, but now then that's the point. Where do we... Now that is a point. We can do this opposite it, can't we? We do own this land. We can just go across the road. Yeah. We will grab this big one, even though, yes, we know it has problems, but I am going to endure to the end. Just, I won't be buying it anytime soon, not even in the sales. No, I've done my mod review, and I stick to the results that I found, definitely. Right, let's grab our harvester from the car park. Wrong harvester. Of course, it shows us a white. Yeah. Yes, I think we're going to need to do what we did before, get the little... Actually, it's not a little. Get the telehandler across and do its magic trick that we discovered. We do need your services. Right, we'll come back and do that in a bit. We will definitely. At the back, you need to split. Yeah, split that magic bond that exists, that super duper thing. You need to just go in and it severs that lock. It says, can I do it? Yeah, see what I mean? And then push it well past that magic. Let's just hope that's far enough away. Ooh, don't pull it any closer. It's going to jump on. See, can I? It seems to be snarled up on it somehow. Now then, can we actually use this though? That is the real question. Do you know, 12 metre, I reckon we'll have a go ourselves. Being as this is the last. It's moving, but that doesn't prove anything. I've had that before with headers. It doesn't prove that they actually work, but I have a feeling that this will. Oh yeah, no problem. It is a fantastic. I love this. It's amazing. Wow. I don't think this is going to take us very long at all. Shall I say we'll do my time lapse? I think not. I think with a 12 metre header. This little field... Oh, I forgot I didn't spray that bit, did I? Well, this is a sad moment. Our last field of harvesting on our map. We've done the grass. We should get everything in. I want to get through the winter. Get every bit of product sold. And yes, this is goodbye to WOSNICE for now. As I say, always do keep my saves. But I've never come back to one yet. Although Lapacho is not one that I may well go back to Lapacho. Literally, as the storyline went to the challenge at Westbridge Hills, and I've never gone back yet. But I would go back there because I didn't. Other than the storyline, I haven't done the map out. I would definitely have another go. We did have the tightest set of equipment I have ever had. That was on that map. Absolutely solid. Yeah, we had the cheapest and good. I'm not calling the Russellmash Windrow, Russellmash 1300, Windrow, a Tedder. Yeah, we managed very well. I'm not calling mods that are reasonable and cheap like that have got us out. And that 18 metre spreader that I showed a few minutes ago that does liming and that. Yeah, it's definitely good, and it is true actually. When I think about my reaction to the bread all, I think it's what do they call it? A knee-jerk reaction. I love the speed of these, the Helianthus. So much quicker than traditional harvesting, isn't it? 1.5 times, isn't it? Is it 10 or 12 traditional harvesting? This does 15, so it is super duper fast. I don't think I mentioned this. I chose sunflowers on this because it was a tip in my hat to WOSNICE in FS19. It was one of the few Let's Plays where I actually bought a Helianthus header and actually did all sunflowers for the very first season. I literally planted sunflowers everywhere because I wanted to try something different. So I planted sunflowers in this as a tip in my hat to FS19's WOSNICE and to what I did the first time round. There's a secret reasoning to why we did sunflowers, because I very rarely do sunflowers. Not because I don't like them. Fantastic, and especially now that we can do the oil for productions. If we were staying, I would be sticking this in the. Does that is a point? Does that have production? This one, there is one that does. I think it does. It is this one that does the oil as well, isn't it? Yes, it is. I thought it was. Yes, if we were staying, I would be putting that into that as oil and selling that, because that would be a right little good earner. But due to the fact we're leaving soon, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sell it as product, which is a shame because obviously I would have got more for it. But you can't stay 3 months extra to process productions just so as you. I do this sort of catching up stage on all of the nuclear Let's Plays. Not all of them. I was hoping that we weren't going to get any fantastic maps that took my fancy out, but Bloomfield dropped, and then Rombos Road, which is I fell in love with the Rizu Forest by JM Gaming when it was first released. He's got a very unique way of creating a map. It got quite a lot of stick, which I thought I could see the potential, the creativity. So I was looking for his second map, which he sort of did say in his comment to the channel originally on Rizu Forest that he was working on a second map. So I've been looking for that. And on Friday when I looked and it said, that's the point. Do you know something? We're going to give the shop... No, we're not. We're not going to give the shop a ring. Get out your head. We're not. We're going to get it back across to the shop ourselves. I know why I'm saying it, but I'm not. I'm up for the challenge. Right, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, that's not quite... Oh, wow, that actually is... very long, even for the long pipe. I would say that that's probably the limit of this. Hence you can usually tell by the length of the pipe on roughly the full length. I don't know that this would cope with a 13.7 metre traditional header. I'm not sure that it would. Now then we'll see when we get to sell sunflowers and what is the best. now that I think it's the other way. Yes, it is. The low side is over there. I do wish there were some bright colours on these to let you know which side you were supposed to, or is that what that's supposed to say there? No idea. Is that there's signs that are letting you know that that's the side? Oh, actually, what? There's some orange lights. Aha. No, they're on all sides, and so's Nardi. You would think there'd be some bright arrow that would say, this side please, rather than you having to visually look like that. Right, let's not spear myself. No. Right, okay then, let's drop this down. We'll go and get the silage. And we're going to do this with a tractor. Really hard. Yes, it's been I've thoroughly enjoyed having my case. I love this, I do. I love the 7250 Pro, is probably my absolute favourite, but the Magnum and I have shared many adventures on FS22, whereas the 7250 Pro and I shared many adventures on FS19, so yes, the Magnum has been my, close companion on quite a number of Let's Plays, including my Hobo's Hollow. It is my absolute bestest, bestest tractor. I am hoping to get a bigger one, but yeah, nevertheless, it has all the way up to now. Let's return that. Yes, it has been our mainstay, the big tractor, to get us through all of our adventures on that, and it has managed admirably. So yes, ooh, it's a little bit nasty. I had to do it, didn't I? Yeah, I cannot go a full episode without some kind of crashing. Right, we need to... That's the point. Let's quickly look at products. I want to see prices. If I'm looking on the right screen, and we want to look for sunflowers. Top price is in February, so it looks like we're saying as late as February then. Right, let's switch the telehandler's engine off. No, actually we need it in a minute. We're going to go across the road and sell that. Right, so February, let's stick this in our silo until then. That's our field harvested. We shall... no, we shan't. We've got the slurry yard on that one. That's another one. We will add the value of this one, where the BGA, and that one when we finish, just so as it's fair. Yeah, I want to do a proper cashing up. Mind you, no, I did say, didn't I was going to sell everything on this one so that we can sell the land and see, once we've literally got everything that we need out, we will do that. We'll cash out in a way that's, probably more... more complete, let's put it that way. I'm still well sure, 512,000 sheer profit. And of course, if we had have kept our fields, we would have, been going from strength to strength, so... Right, we need... Actually, no, we need that. Let's go grab that first. We need to, stick the silage into the BGA. And then we need to go sell the flour. Oh, we could sell... No, it goes across 2 of the 3 fields, so we need to sell this slurry yard first. Obviously we lose value, we all know that. I am going to lose value over them, but it will at least give us an idea of literally, what we cashed out of the map with. Right. Silage. Yeah, see, it does grow one more time. It grows in November morning, even if you cut it. But that's it now. I don't like cutting on November, though, because it starts bold next year. Wow, 170 tons. This is going to take a little... Yeah, this is good. Again, I'm not sure whether this is going to be 2 sessions. I seriously considering as well shortening my length of my Let's Plays. What I would do, I did start this a long time ago, but I'm a terror. I'm let the jobs on the farm dictate to us when, and usually go for a full month or things like that, and that makes my Let's Plays sometimes an hour to 2 hours long. And I do realise that, you know, it'd be far easier for people if you did. I mean, some people's Let's Plays are as little as 15-20 minutes. I don't think I could ever get mine down to that, because I just think you'd blink and you'd be in and you'd be gone. But I think perhaps 45 minutes is maybe a decent. Because then if you watch half of it, if you watch some of my 2-hour sessions, which is, it's not unusual for some of my sessions to be that. Where am I going? Yeah, I do recognise the fact that they're like full-grown movies, 2-hour movies, some of them. I could split them into less, it's just I'd have to like remind myself and say, you know, goodbye after 45 minutes and then do the next session, which is not a problem. I've just got into the habit of letting the jobs dictate to me on the fields, and it's, yeah, I think I've got to be fairer to my viewers. It just means splitting my sessions better, that's all. I have got a timer. Well, actually, I did buy a special timer, and then I realised that you can actually tell Alexa to do a silent timer, and she'll do like these little. Yeah, it's right in front of me. I've got one of those. It's the older generation. Is it the Show? The Alexa Show, where it's got a little screen on it. So she does a graphic of the thing ending. You have to tap the screen though, or she does make a noise, even though it's supposed to be a silent timer. But yeah, okay, I used to do a 45-minute timer, and I did do that, but it only lasted about a week, and then I'd stopped doing it for some reason. I think because my sessions usually tend to be monstrous. But yeah, I think I've got to be a bit more. Think of other people a bit more. I mean, I'm not trying not to. I'm not trying to be selfish, but what I mean is, I think, yeah, I've got to start to do more bite-sized sessions. It just means me saying goodbye after 45 minutes and then splitting the sessions different, that's all. I mean, I think we must be up to well over an hour now on this. I truthfully think that probably most people, this should be the end of the session, and I should start another one. I suppose, yeah, I could do that if I'm honest. Yeah, I think I might. Right, yes. Let's take my own advice, because I think for once it's actually quite sensible. So, I am going to start the recording straight after this, but I am going to say my words. I am going to say this is the penultimate episode. I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, on the final episode, which I'm going to record in a minute. So, I'm going to say goodbye for now.